How's it going, people? Welcome back to my channel. Boom, Messi. That's what just keeps on going around my mind since last night. What sort of comment is that? I can't believe some of the things that this club come out with. I can't believe it. Am I surprised? No. Should you be surprised? No. There's a lot of people here already. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't. There's over 100 people, 200 people. I know you lot are as stressed as I am. The numbers don't fly in like that unless it's a loss or they're telling us some sort of shit. Boom, Messi. Man said, boom, Messi, What's going on? What is going on? It is crazy, but we'll get into it all. I've snipped some of the quotes out from the interview. We'll talk about it. If you want to ask me any questions, get my thoughts on it, let me know in the comments. I'm here for an hour or so I'm sure we'll get through a lot. Let me see what the comments are saying now, nice and early. After hearing the comments from Edu, honesty makes you want to march down to the Emirates and cause some serious damage. They treat us fans with no respect at all. That's exactly what it is. And John is with you on that. And I'm sure there are a lot more people with you on that. Ercan Mehmet, big up Turkish, smash the likes up, people. Parmak ve Edu tamam. Fans need to unite against the board media and social media idiots peddling the crap the corporation want to feed the masses. I'm glad a lot of people are realizing what it is, because when I first read it last night, after I'd done my last stream, I read it and I thought to myself, you know what, a lot of fans might actually take this as communication. They might take it as a positive. They might take it as them telling us it's a plan. So I thought to myself last night before I went to sleep, I said, let's see the reaction in the morning. Let me open up YouTube, Twitter, the news apps, whatever, and see the comments and see what people think. And I'm quite surprised that there's a lot more people with their eyes open. That's what it is, because this is not nothing new. They haven't fed us this. They fed us this bullshit before in just different ways, shapes, and forms, different sound bites, different quotes, different directions. They're always chatting shit to us. So it's good that more and more people are putting in on, and essentially what that interview was meant to do was to calm down the fans. It was meant to offer some sort of a stopgap for the pressure on Arteta and the pressure on the club as a whole, to be honest. But essentially it worked completely against that and has added more fuel to the fire. And I thank God for that, because that's exactly what needs to happen. I'm telling you, like, I thought I'm going to go sleep, wake up, and everyone in the morning is going to be like, oh, we heard from Edu, good, but it's not the case. So I'm glad to hear it. We've got a couple super chats here. I Am King says, finally catch the live, bro. Big up from the States. Come on, man. Let me know what time it is over there. I am trying to do more late ones as well to accommodate for the different time zones and all that. So look out for them ones in the States, Australia, wherever you are. I'm going to be bringing those to you a lot more frequently. And Brandon with a super chat here. Sack Edu the mug. How is it we can see this team needs major surgery, but the people running the club can't? Joke. It's been a joke. And when you hire people that have no experience, how can you trust them? That's my thing. How can I trust anyone that this board has put in place, from Vinay to Edu to Arteta, when the experience is not there? Not tried, not tested. And since they've all come in, we have gone backwards. We have gone backwards yet again. We was at a place where we thought we couldn't go much more backward, but we did. And we potentially still could. And the interview with Edu, the comments just highlight how it highlights how much respect they have for us, number one, very little. And it highlights how stupid they are, number two, very. Some of the comments just don't make no sense. When he mentions Willian, for example, it came out of his own mouth this summer when we signed Willian. Let me bring it up now. I was going to go through some comments, but we might as well just get straight into it. Exactly this. This is what Edu is saying. On the day that, if you go on the Arsenal website, it was crashing earlier. I went on it to just see if it sold out within the first few hours. I went on it about 11 o'clock in the morning. You couldn't even get access. I went on it just before this video now, and tracksuit's done. The shirt is still there. The jacket is done. There's a few sizes left in the tracksuit bottoms, but it just shows, you know, it works. It works. So why would they change up the winning formula? Aaron, pathetic PR merchant, sack them both ASAP. TT Gaming says Edu is stressing. He backed Arteta and it's come back to bite him. Of course. Of course. And like Taylor says, smash the likes, people. I don't know how much we're on, but we're approaching 500 people in the live. So make sure you hit the like button. And let's get into it. This summer, when we signed Willian, this is a direct quote from Edu. I'm really excited and really happy to have a player like Willian because I'm convinced he'll be the one to impact the team straight away. I repeat, straight away. Omar, sorry, not Omar, sorry. Let me see if I missed that. I don't know why these super chats don't pop up sometimes. Oh, there it is. Bro, boom, Messi, pissed me off. Sack the lot right now. Come on, needs to be done. Appreciate the super chat though, and I'm glad I caught it. GG says, big up Turkish. I know I will get banter for this, but why let Arteta go? Anyone else coming in will want a war chest to get this squad right, and I don't trust the board to get it right. KSE out. You shouldn't get bantered for it because I understand where you're coming from. Essentially, the problems are bigger than Arteta, Edu, and Vinay. But at the moment, they are the face of the problems. Like Gazidis was, I mean, like Wenger and Gazidis were the face of those problems a few years ago. You know, they put a good face to it and they hope it runs and they hope it works out for the best. But if there's no planning, if there's no ambition, if there's no direction behind these choices, then it's not going to work out. It's never going to work out. You know, we've been patient enough. We've been patient enough. So let me see. Yeah, like I said, the comment about Edu, I'm convinced he will be the one to impact the team straight away. Now, let me tell you what he said yesterday. Listen, everybody knows Willian. If people say that he's not a good footballer, then maybe they don't know football because he has always performed at the top level. Then he moved. I can't lie to you. I don't expect my director of football, whatever his role is. I don't even know what the hell his role is. I know him and Arteta do whatever they do. Yeah. Is this what he's telling us? Because I don't think no one has denied that Willian has had a good Premier League career. I don't think anyone has denied that they've rated Willian over the years. But I think people have seen that he hasn't been the one to carry them. I think people have seen he's been inconsistent. If we can see it, how can the people in charge at the club not see it? And then have the cheek to be condescending about it and say, maybe they don't know football. Maybe you should get a slap in the back of your head, mate. For me, Willian is a question of time to be performing how we know he can. So let me go back. I'm convinced he'll be the one to impact the team straight away. For me, Willian is a question of time to be performing how we know he can. Complete contradictions of one another. In the summer, you're signing him, telling us he's going to make an impact straight away. And even I fully expected that. As much as I got onto the side and I said, we're only going to get one good year out of the three, and that's going to be this season. Essentially, it looks like we're going to get no good seasons out of him. So, hold tight. What do you expect? Man said boom again in this quote. Is this guy mad? Is there a video of this interview or is it just text? Because I need to see what this guy's on about. What do you expect? Do you expect it straight away? Boom. Willian can be the best one. He needs a little bit of time. It's strange as well to say that, but you need time to know the players who you are going to play with. Then don't tell us in the summer the opposite of what you're telling us now. It makes you look stupid. And essentially, I'm glad you done it because that is what you are. On what's gone wrong since last season, Edu said that's the main question, isn't it? If you see the way we finished last season and the way we started this season, it's very strange to be where we are right now. Nothing really changed massively. Is this guy having us on? He answered his own question. He answered his own question. Man said, that's the main question, isn't it, regarding on what's gone wrong since last season. And he ended that little paragraph there saying nothing really changed massively. Everything needs to change massively for us to have a good, positive season. If you see the way we finished last season and the way we started this season, it's very strange. It's not very strange. What's strange about it? I don't understand. I know a lot of fans can get carried away. And as much as I look at some fans and I say, listen, take it easy. You know, dancing about Partey, dancing over the United, calm it down. As much as I say that, I can understand we're fans of the club. But people in this position that are making the biggest decisions at this club are coming out to tell us it's very strange why we've started the season like this. It's not strange. Xhaka is still in the side. El Nene has come back in the side. Bellerin is still in the side. Holden, who was about to go Newcastle, is still in the side. We gave Luis another year contract. He's the one that conceded the most penalties and got the most red cards in the whole league last season. So what is strange about it? I don't even know. Let me continue. Actually, there's a super chat here. Let me just quickly find that. I am King again. Appreciate it, bro. He says, bro, I'd be a fool if I think our owners would really bring in a big manager. If they sack Arteta, it's wash and repeat. 100%. That's how I see it. It's the same under Emery. I said, if we're going to move on from Emery, it needs to be someone tried, tested, and someone we can believe in. And even if it starts going pear-shaped, we still believe in them. Because one thing I don't get with a lot of fans that are really overly critical after a year is it's not going to be an upward curve for any manager coming into this club. It cannot be. And by that, I mean a manager comes in, it's not going to be all smooth sailing to the top. He can come in, and even Emery, when he came in the 22-game run and whatever it was going up. But then you get some bad form and it kind of balances off. You might go down a bit. And at this point, similar with Arteta, he come in, okay, it was like up and down in the FA Cup, brought it up, the big teams. But this season has come down. It's the first downward spiral we're having under both managers. And essentially we flip. Now, I'm not saying both managers are right, but at the same time, we have to take some ownership and understand that a manager is going to come in and it's not going to be an upwards slope. Even if Kroenke turns around and changes his ways, it's not going to be. The risk we need to take and the business we need to do means it's going to be a rocky road regardless. Even if we get the man I want, let's say Simeone, even if we get the alternative Pochettino, it's going to be up and down. It's going to be up and down. So what can I say other than hold on tight as always? London Guna says, only man on AFTV who is in a walking meme. Appreciate that. Knuckles said, big up Turkish preach. Come on. Appreciate that. Kroenke out, Vinay out, Edu out, Dangote in, and Ralph Ranganack in as well. Turkish, the depressing thing is that all the wankers, Edu and above, really don't give a toss about us. Of course they don't. Telling us that we don't know football if we don't rate Willian, telling us things are good when essentially they are not, you know. There's over 700 people here. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and I will continue. Let's go. This is where I say it. Mikel is doing a great job. He is really doing well here. Players believe. If the players believe, what's going on the pitch? If it's a great job, why are we 15th, 16th? Because even Arteta's coming out in interviews and saying, it's on me. And it's not a great job that's on him. It's a fucking shit job right now. You know, and he's taking it upon himself. But Edu, are you coming out to tell us this is a great job and the players believe, when it's obvious that even if the players did believe or not believe, they are not good enough? I don't care if they believe. Do you think I care if Bellerin believes? Someone tell me. Somebody tell me now. Does anyone here care if Bellerin believes? If Bellerin come out tomorrow and said, I have the utmost belief in Arteta, I have the utmost belief in Kroenke's ownership, I've heard good things, sit tight, be excited. Who gives a shit? I don't care about these players, let alone their belief in Tom, Dick, or Harry. I want them gone. I don't want to know what they believe in. So let's just keep that to a minimum. When these players try to come out and sway us and they try and put things in there to not rock the shit, but maybe steady it a bit more for them, don't listen to it. It's all PR. On the pitch is where it matters. Forget the words, you know, forget all of that. On the pitch, show commitment there. Let's move. Edu said, so nothing has really changed, which is the problem in itself, Edu. Yeah, which is the problem in itself. Just the results since the Villa match. Just the results since the Villa match. We started to perform in a way we'd never performed before. Never, Edu. I know you ain't been here long, but mate, you must have Sky Sports and that. We've been performing shit for a long time. Maybe not 15th shit, but shit is shit. Whether it's small, big, runny, solid, it's still a pile of shit. I know asking for patience. Imagine my man is saying, bruv, my man said We've never performed like this before. I've seen it many times. Many times. I know asking for patience for Arsenal is very strange because everyone has said that for long, long periods. Thank you for addressing that, Edu. Very strange is not the right words. You know, asking for patience is very cheeky. That's the right word. It's very cheeky because we've been asked for patience year on year since we've moved out of Highbury. Patience, 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 patience. How much patience can one have? When are you ever going to make us even feel like the patience is going to be worth it? Because there hasn't even come a point where I've felt like, okay, this patience is going to pay off. No, that patience did fuck all, but help us get in this mess quietly, you know? Ersan says, big up Turkish. This is what the higher ups usually say when the coach is under pressure. I'll be more interested to see what they do if we haven't won any games after playing Chelsea. That'll be a mad one because after Chelsea, we've got Brighton left before the new year. And if we haven't won any games up until then, ask me then if we're in a relegation battle. I'll let you know a bit more. But Burnley did catch 3 points on us this weekend. So let's see what happens. Where am I? But I'm here today to give to you guys the word that everything is fine internally. I'm here today to give you guys the word that everything is fine internally. Are you mad? Are you mad? How can things be fine internally when we're signing abundance of shit from the same agent, your agent, when Raul has been sacked or let go and been rumored to have had backhanders during the Pepe deal? When we went from Sven Mislintat to you, Vinay, to Raul, back to you, head coach to manager, how can everything be fine internally? But the results aren't coming. But I think we're going to change it very soon. Well, great. Hey, Edu thinks we're going to change it real soon, people. So calm it down. Change is around the corner. Edu says so. Edu says so. Who the hell is Edu? Who the hell is Edu? This is a role that Edu has done nothing in. I cannot justify his role here from being a player at Arsenal Football Club. The quality of player does not matter for this role here. It's more mentality, character, honesty, emotional attachment with the fans, how much we trust you. We don't really know Edu that much in comparison to some other legends out there that would really come and rock the boat. Why do you think David O'Leary wasn't allowed in a year ago? Because he wanted a place on the board. He would have demanded not just success, but direction and planning and all that. Why do you think Henry, who was working for Sky Sports, was let go or moved out? Because Wenger didn't like that. He didn't like someone talking down about players one day and then coming to train with them the next. I'm sorry, but the players need that. The club needs that ruthlessness. Why do you think Adams is not in the club? Same sort of shit. Same sort of shit. You know? Ah, mate, let me go. Where are we? On how important it is to support the manager. I think the club needs stability right now. We have faced so many changes. One sec. Bruv, man said everything is fine internally on the last page. And on this one, he's saying the club needs stability. We have faced so many changes. How can everything be fine internally if we've just faced so many changes? It is not about Edu, Mikel. It is about stability. What are you talking about? It is about you, Edu. It is about Mikel. It's about the players. It's about the owner. What are you talking about? Now is the time to try and be a stable club in the old sense, externally and internally. We need that. What bollocks. What complete bollocks this guy is talking. Since we arrived here, we have been changing. Now is the time to be stable and together at the same time. No, how about we tell you when it's time? How about we tell you when it's time? How about we tell you when we trust you, man, enough to give you the patience again? We've given patience to this club and this owner before, and it was taken the piss out of. I don't care if you put Edu in front of me now. I don't care if you put Arteta in front of me now. Emery, because I don't care who you put in front of me now. You got to make me trust you. So don't tell me it's time to be stable. Who the hell are you to tell me we should have the patience to be stable with this structure right now? When the lack of experience is something that's going to be a hindrance. There's not one experienced member from Arteta to Vinay. Upwards, you see Lord Harris of Peckham. The only experience he has is his age. Carpet, right? Or whether he fucking got rich off. There ain't no experience in this club's structure. There isn't. So don't tell me to be stable. I'm sorry. It's condescending. Because what a year we have faced. Everyone's faced the same year, dude. It wasn't just Arsenal in COVID and lockdown, pre-season challenges. Every club's faced that. 3 months without football. Every club's faced that. A lot of things changing in the club. A lot of clubs have faced that. And I want to tell the fans, because the way we're working, the way we're building something here at the training ground, I see the players and everyone believes in what we're doing. I don't care who believes in what. I don't care. It's us that need to believe. Us. Telling me Bellerin believes, Xhaka believes, Holding believes. I don't care what they believe in. Who cares? They could all come out and sing Kumbaya and say Arteta's the next best thing since sliced bread. I don't care what they think. I care what very few players in this side think. Tierney, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Gabriel, to be honest, I don't even care what he thinks right now yet. Good player, not done enough for me to care. Oba, I wish he would speak a bit more. Why has he gone quiet? You know, why he was talking about how to become a legend, wanting to become a legend. Well, come out and talk, come out and tell us, be honest, tell us the truth. Let us look at you as some sort of a leader in this crisis. But no, quiet, you know, quiet. Where was I? Let me just read that last. I see the players and everyone believes in what we're doing. Everyone believes in what we're doing, but the fans. On the January transfer window, that is a good question. My man said that is a good question. Of course, it's a good question. It's 2 weeks till January. We're in 15th position. We're Arsenal Football Club. Don't tell me it's a good question. Answer the question. Man said that's a good question. Thank you very. Don't think we. I will say why. Why we don't talk about something externally. We are here to solve the problem. We have the team. We have the squad. We have the manager, we have the staff, everyone in the right place to change it. And again, that's worrying. My man said everyone in the right place to change it and included the squad in that. The squad is not good enough. The team is not good enough. The manager has no experience. The staff have no experience. But everyone's in the right place to change it. Well, I do. And this is where it comes. Why people have to expect the magician to go, boom, come here, Messi. No, it depends on us. I'll throw my phone across this room in a minute, man. We have to take responsibility. This is what I don't get. Man said, boom, come here, Messi. It depends on us. We have to take responsibility. What's he talking about? What's he talking about? We get relegated. Do we even win the championship? Oh, don't even get me started. Thank you for the super chat, Lord Nicholas Bentner, you know. Terry Hoskin, sack Arteta. We will be back here in a year saying the same. It's only now Arteta is seeing who's a snake. I'm with Edu and be patient, as they've got to get rid of them before building. And you are right, Terry. There is points in this thing here that I do agree. And patience is definitely required. But they need to give us something to trust. Someone to trust, to be patient with, you know? And they've got to be honest about it too. Some of the dishonesty, look, telling us Willian is going to make an immediate impact, and then a few months into the season telling us that he needs time is completely contradictory. And at the time you're asking us to trust in you more, well, you've already got one wrong under your belt. And it's a direct quote linked to you, where it's a complete contradiction of what you thought and what is the reality. So, Terry, you are right. When the eventual Messiah comes in that is meant to lift Arsenal from where we are to where we need to get to, whether that's Arteta or not, it's going to need patience. But at the same time, you have to excuse fans that are lacking patience, because we've trusted in people in this club before. We've trusted in a process before. That process, moving from Highbury to Emirates, we trusted that wholeheartedly. You know, we took bants and abuse from other fans for years, finishing just top 4, showing very little ambition and selling our best players. And this was under Kroenke's ownership, like right now is under Kroenke's ownership. So as much as I agree, it's going to need patience. We're not just going to flip into a title winning side or challenging side of one summer. They need to They need to, and they need to make sure that they're open, honest, and that we can trust them again. Because it is trusting Kroenke again. As much as he's put different people in place, it's trusting him that he's got them right. And when you put in experience in that position, it comes down to how good someone talks, the vision. It doesn't come down to substance and what they've done. It comes down to what they think they can bring, which kind of interrupts that trust, interrupts that patience, because surely at this stage where Arsenal are at, you'd need someone with a bit more experience, a bit more managerial nous. So I understand, and I do agree. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Patience is required, but patience needs to be given to the right people. So let's get that one right. Let's get that one right. Sorry, people, if I did miss any super chats. I'm going to look through the chat shortly still, but I don't think I missed any super chats. I like to make sure I do get them because people have attached something to it, but I will go through various chats later too, so I don't think you have to do that. Let's get back into it. Let me bring this back up to the top. So man said we have to take responsibility. It's not about me. It's not about me, not about Mikel. It's our responsibility to change it. Back to, was it Terry? Terry, back to that. How can we be patient with someone that just says complete crap like this? Listen, it isn't about, imagine I'm talking to you now and I said, it isn't about me. It isn't about him. It's our responsibility. But then it is about me and it is about him, isn't it? Because our is me, you, him. So what is he talking about? It's just words being thrown out there to look like it's substance. There's no substance to it. It's not about me, not about Mikel. It's our responsibility to change it. So it is about you. TT Gaming. Come on, David. Love for being here. If I wasn't pissed before, Edu talking to us like we're blind, stupid, and gullible. No manners. I don't want to hear them man talk. You see, and you pretty much think like me. You know, we've talked before, and I've seen your comments quite often over the few months, and I get it. And there's other people. I haven't seen Martin in here today. Taylor, for example, is another one. Omar. There's a lot of people that are fed up of being lied to, fed up of being fed bullshit to cling on to. You know, at the end of the day, they are responsible for why me, Martin, David, and all other fans that think alike feel like this. We don't just feel like this because we want to feel like this. We feel like this because of damage done, experience. We feel like this because Arsenal Football Club and how they have treated us and how they have moved themselves and what direction they've gone in. So how can it be up to me to change that because all of a sudden Edu says to change it? Sorry, Edu, but if you're telling me to change, to be patient with you, I'm going to look at your history and I'm going to be like, well, let's see what he's done. And you've done nothing. So it's hard to be patient when there's nothing there. It's hard to be patient. That's the most difficult thing. Oh, where are we? People might start to ask, what are you going to do in the winter window? Of course, we will try to do something. Of course, we will try to do something. But listen, we have, again, what is he talking about? Let me have a sip of my drink. Listen to what he said. Listen to what he said. Of course, we will try to do something. But listen, we have the responsibility to change it. What the fuck are you talking about? Of course, we will try to do something. But listen, we have the responsibility to change it. It's one or the other. It's of course we will try to do something, or it's we have the responsibility to change it. Why is it but? I'm baffed. Don't wait for someone outside to come inside and be a magician, because that's not going to happen. We don't want a magician. We want someone experienced in their role. Not too much to ask. We don't want a magician. We want someone in midfield that can pass between the lines and can move on both feet. Not too much to ask. We don't want a magician. We want a right back that can go up and down the pitch well, defend first and foremost, and attack and add some quality up there. Not a magician. Many other clubs seem to find it. So how are we struggling? Why are you telling us about magicians and magic and boom, Messi and responsibility and all this? Come on. Paris P. You think that's why they bought the old school kit out? Because they know us fans will get bantered. They didn't bring it out because they know we'll get bantered. They bought it out because they know they have us hook, line, and sinker. And whether that us is me and you or not, we are all Arsenal fans. And if you go on the website, I'm sure in the last, well, I checked about 40 minutes ago, I'm sure it's sold out now. Job done, game, set, match. And I think this was always in the plans because last year, December, they brought the bruised banana kit out as well. And I think this was always in the plans. Like, I won't be surprised if there's another one in the plans next December too. Thank you for your super chat and your question. Big up Turkish legend. His grind is real. Who's the waste man that put a dislike? Clearly a delusion. Hey, I didn't even see. But it is what it is. Gareth Baldwin, big respect, Turk. The whole board needs to go. Is there any news on the Nigerian buying Arsenal next year? Keep doing what you're doing, bro. Respect to you. Thank you for that, Gareth. No new news on Dangote, but that could be something to pursue. Kroenke out and pushing him out is one thing and trying to apply pressure, but Dangote in and tagging him as much as possible could be another thing. Now, I'm not saying everyone should go do that now, but I'm not saying everyone shouldn't go do that now, but I'm just thinking about ways to apply pressure in the right areas. So there is no news about Dangote, but I do believe that is an avenue that maybe we can utilize to make our feelings heard, to show him our support, to maybe entice him in sooner than maybe he wanted to come in. The sooner the better at the moment. So that's my opinion on that. James Ryan, I'm a bit too young to know. Is Edu even a legend? I'm going to say he is. Edu is a legend. A lot of the players from that era are, so I'm going to say Edu's a legend, but obviously there's various types of legends, yeah? Obviously, when I say Edu's a legend, can I put him in the same basket as a Bergkamp or Henry or an Adams, Vieira? No. But legend he is, same way I'd probably say Sylvain Wiltord at Arsenal, legend too, but you can't put him in the same bracket as those players. So he has done his bit for Edu, and I do have some fond memories of his time at Arsenal. I'm just talking about in particular his post-football career. There's nothing, there's nothing for me to get excited about. There's nothing Arsenal related post-football that I can say, okay, this is good, or that is, that requires patience like he asked for. But thank you for the super chat, James. I hope that can answer your question. It's worth a look anyway. If you search Edu on YouTube, I'm sure you'll get a good highlights reel. Edu and the board is a disgrace. If these clowns don't change, and Arsenal will sink into the championship. No question about that. It's just sad, says Harry. Thank you for the super chat. Couldn't agree anymore. Disgrace, clowns, sad, championship. Those are the 4 words I pick out of that one if I'm looking outside in, and it just shows the direction we've gone in. What's going on? Yeah, that's what I said, Ricky, and I get what you're saying, hence why I had to explain it a bit. Come on, Turkish man's here now. Shouts the man them. I swallow comb. I'm not sure if I know you, but bellowing out. Agree with that. At least there's something we agree on. Let's see what's going on now. Where am I? I just need to read that bit one more time because I hope everyone understands what I'm saying here and how easy it is for them to chat shit and think that they're saying something quality, and it's not really telling us much. Let's see what's going on. Red Lucifer, I'm sorry to say that bigger platform on social media like AFTV is dividing the fans directly or indirectly, and also promoting the merchandise and doing marketing to the club directly or indirectly. I agree. And it's something that needs to change, and hopefully it does. But at the same time, I can only talk for myself and utilize what I can utilize to say how I feel. Everyone's entitled to their opinion and everyone's entitled to their own way. But I do agree, and not only them. I mean, there's a lot of factions and groups in the fan base that divide it, have their own mini agendas and cause problems amongst the fan base. Protect Turkish at all costs. What are you saying? There's going to be a hit out of me. Dangote in. Right, if I go, then yeah, find them, man. Find them, man. Let's see what's going on. Why people come here to expect the magician to go boom. Of course, we will try to do something, but listen, we have the responsibility to change it. Don't wait for someone to come inside and be a magician. That's not going to happen. On Mesut Ozil. Let's see what's going on. Swear down that happened. Swear down. Which one was it? Let me go back to there, man. Let me see which one. Who done that, man? I should block them right now. But it is what it is. When it happens to Robbie, I can't even lie. I do laugh, so it is what it is. Put one on the list for me. Fuck it. It happens. Let's move on to Mesut Ozil. Swear down. That's the one it was, isn't it? Shit. I guess I've made it if people are trying to draw me out. Draw me out like Robbie. Fuck it. It is what it is. Well done. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0 to the chat. Yeah? 1-0 to the chat. On Mesut Ozil, Mikel talks a lot about him, but what I can say to you, all the situations, all the conversations, all the explanations to him was face to face. Have that, mate. Have that about sorry. About fucking sorry. You interrupted the flow. How am I smiling after Edu's making statements like this, bro? Was that the time? Was that the time? You got man smiling, the chat popping off, laughter. Let's get back to business now, yeah, car. This ain't a smiling situation. That makes me feel comfortable because I talked to him. Mikel talked to his agent. I talked to his agent about some possibilities, not fighting, just some things to try and help each other. The way we see his future at the club, the way we see him here is quite clear. Look, the laughter's still going on. Did I miss your super chat? It's because man are acting in the comments, making me say a mazza. Rahul, the comments, too much laughter. I didn't see your super chat. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me just quickly go to the other page and see if I can see it there and catch it for you. But if I can't, I do apologize, bro. If I can't, then say the question again. You don't have to attach it to anything. I'll try and catch it. But wait, I found it. Turkish. Edu knows how much the board has marketed Arteta and his accountability in the washed-up signings. He is just trying to save his job. I agree, Rahul. Sorry, I can't bring up the super chat. It has gone off my screen here. But I agree. You know, not much more to say apart from that. It's pretty much says it all. And what's that? Sorry, let me just open this up here. 1-0 chat, like I said. I need to think of a way to get you back. You're all on the chopping block right now. I just got to make it 1-1. What's going on in this page? Sorry, the chat's just going mad. It's just going all over the graph. I can't even see nothing, but let me just click that button there. It should be all right. Yeah, we're back. The way we see his future at the club, the way we see him here is quite clear. What makes me feel comfortable, which we treat the situation man to man. No one had anything. And actually, this is one of the parts of the Edu thing that I actually think, if that is the way they approached it, man to man, if they did talk face to face, meetings to meetings, agent, Ozil, Arteta, Edu, then it sounds like they did it the way they needed to do it. It sounds like they did ask him to move on in the summer, but it didn't happen through one reason or another. Okay, Isco, confirmed for me. Thank you. The retro shit is sold out as expected. Few hours. What did it do? About 4 hours and the website went down. Hook, line, and sinker. Mr. A, only 4 players under the 3 managers holding, barely even played under Emery. And Mr. A, do DM me, please. I saw your UFC message. I don't think I got back to you, but yeah, DM me. DM me, please. Ricky saying Turkish. You can't get us, fam. We're active with it. Trust me, I need to just stick to the people I know. You're going to make me start reading the comments here before I bring it out to that side. And that's it for Ozil. Was there any other quotes that I've missed that we haven't discussed? Was there anything else that I've missed? Let me see quickly, because I know on Sky Sports there was a little segment. Arteta as well. Oh my God, his interview. Who saw Arteta's interview on Haters TV? Anyone catch it? When he talked about Xhaka and essentially protecting Xhaka. You know, Xhaka still hasn't come out and said anything. Not that I'm after him saying anything. I don't care if you apologize or not. I want him gone. But at the end of the day, it's a bit mad. What was your comments? I can't catch every comment. I can't lie to you, man. I can't lie to you, especially when people are trying to catch me out, for fuck's sake. I have to be very vigilant now. Now I've been caught out once. Got to be done again. Can't be done again. So let me see what's going on here. Don't buy any more merch, said somebody there, and I agree with that. Sorry, it just went up. But yeah, Arteta, shocking interview today, and it stunk of arrogance. And his reasoning for Xhaka is like, let's put it behind us and this and that. But with Nicolas Pepe, he came out straight away, apologized not only to Arteta, the players, but he apologized to the fans as well. Xhaka still didn't apologize for what he did last year with his captaincy and the fuck off and all that. So I don't know how he is still here and we're still waiting for an apology for this latest one. Fuck an apology. What the fuck are we going to do with an apology? You only want an apology if you're going to forgive. Are you going to forgive? Is anyone forgiving? 1,600 people in here? Hit the like button if you're not going to forgive. Hit the like button if you're not going to forgive. Hit the like button if you don't want a sorry from Granit Xhaka. Because I don't know why we're after an apology. Just let him do what he needs to do. 3-game ban. But Arteta, it sounds like he's still in his plans, which I once said Emery will die on Xhaka's sword if he makes him captain. Essentially, that was one of the biggest factors in the turn on Emery. And I do think situations like this with players that have consistently let us down, Bellerin and Xhaka, I think Arteta can't really, he can't really expect us to forgive, even though it might have happened once or twice under him. It's happened 7, 8, 9, 10 times with us. So Harley Robinson sends a super chat, but no comment. You lot have got me para now. You're making me read the name thinking, is this person trying to tell me something? Harley Robinson. No, that doesn't sound like that. No trick there. Cool. We move. You lot are making me move. Para, man. That guy. I should block that guy. I need to find his name again. Don't comment again if you was that guy, basically, because if I see it again, you're out of here. Making me move. Para. Most of these players are not good enough to play for Arsenal. 100. Turkish, my worry as an international fan is whether I can see my beloved Arsenal next season. We don't get championship telecasted. Listen. I don't know what to say to you, man. I don't know what to say to you. I never even thought of that problem. But don't worry. In my opinion, there's no chance of us getting relegated. No chance. And I say it with my chest because you can make a meme out of it at the end of the season if you want. I'm not wrong often, and please let me not be wrong about this one, that's for sure. But I don't think we're getting relegated. I don't think there's much chance of that happening. The chat today is too much, isn't it? I'm moving like an investigative. What's going on? I'm not even saying no usernames no more. I'm just reading the comment. Forget the username. You see this one here? Thanks for the super chat, bro. But people are trying to catch me out. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that before I say something wrong. And then I open Twitter and it's a mad thing. The thing that puzzles me is how we let Kroenke, a guy who doesn't even know anything about success across all the teams he owns, take over our club. Shake my head. Exactly. You know, and the fans, again, were a part of that. Remember, love Arsenal, hate Usmanov. Remember when Hillwood pushed for Kroenke over Usmanov and Wenger agreed and the fans agreed? He wanted to keep it British originally, and then he sold it up to Kroenke. That stinks of some sort of racism to me, in my opinion. And the fact that Usmanov owned 30% and wasn't allowed on the board justifies my thoughts. And in the end, I think that between a personal agenda between Hillwood and David Dein, and let me not just use the word racism, but it is that, but discrimination against Usmanov led to us moving to Kroenke. That's how I see it happen. Owen Campbell, Turkish, don't you hate when Robbie and other Arsenal fans talk about we need Ozil this season? I do. Hence why I have to pull them up on it every time. You saw the supporters club. When Ozil was mentioned, I said, we need to just move on from that car. I'm tired of talking about him. Fans are quick to forget. Don't forget that a few months ago, people were saying Xhaka's improved. Now, all of a sudden, people are remembering last year when he was a mug again. It's so short. This memory, I don't know, man. I don't know how we're going to fix this when the blindfolds are on. The memory is short term. There's no real... I can't really have no hope that This is going to turn around. Usmanov was a boss. Yes, Turkish, tell them the fans to blame. Also selling out to Kroenke. In a sense, you could say that Kroenke first came in with David Dein, but was rejected. And then when David Dein came back with Usmanov, Hillwood contacted Kroenke and said, actually, we'll go with you. That's what happened. And then the years following, Hillwood made sure the shares were sold to Kroenke and not Usmanov, and that ended up with the majority ownership by far, and that ended up with Usmanov not on the board, having owned 30% of the football club. And from there, he tried to bid over the odds for the shares that Kroenke had, and Kroenke said no. And that pretty much was the nail in the coffin for that. He said no. Usmanov probably evaluated it. He thought, will I come back? Will I come back again later on with another bid? Probably not. Probably not. What's this one here? Yeah, sorry. Just got a message about Arsenal crisis and I don't know, people messaging me. I don't know what to do about it. Turkish, is really unfortunate we have been fed a lie. Dortmund came second to Bayern, qualified for the next stage of the Champions League, yet fired their manager. And that's just Dortmund. Can you imagine? Because they got banged 5-1 by Stuttgart, I think. Newly promoted Stuttgart. And it's mad. Like you said, second and Champions League qualification. It comes from above. And even the next manager that sees this, for example, they're going to know that, they're going to get time. They're going to be allowed to fuck shit up if they need to. Essentially shit does need to be fucked up, but not in this way. If we're 15, 16, because we just got rid of 6, 7 deadwood players and we're very thin in the squad and have to play a lot of youngsters, I'd understand that. Then I'd look forward to next summer. But if we're 15th and we still got the same shit that we've had for years, then I can't understand it. I can't get my head around it. I am king. Arteta took over Wenger's puppet spot. Man is out here looking stupid, bruv. What does he see in Xhaka that we don't? 100%. 100%. But the worry is, this is the puppet. The worry is we attack. He just takes it off. Let's get another one, put another one on, and then we're on that next puppet. That's the worry. So as much as we can say puppet, Edu, Vinay, Arteta, it's the puppet master we need to kind of push. Because essentially, if all the pressure that we have together as a fan base, if every little faction that doesn't like Arteta, that likes, if we all put it towards Kroenke, he would have to make a decision on Arteta and it'd have to be with due diligence, not through no care like he's doing now. He'd have to think to himself, shit, the pressure's on. Then he might talk to Josh. He might talk, is Arteta the right man? Is Vinay the right man? Is Edu the right? And then they might start having them difficult conversations. And then they can decide, because they are under pressure, whether Arteta is the one that they want to trust and put in, or whether they know that he is not the one, and then they can move him on and bring in who they think is the one. So the job is still done regardless of what you think. If you're blindly positive, you should still put pressure on Kroenke to spend. If you're blindly negative about Arteta, you should still put pressure on Kroenke to get the next manager right. If you don't like Edu, Vinay, pressure on Kroenke to get them right next time too. If you don't like the players, it's because slow movement in the transfer window. If you pressurize the board, pressurize the owner will pressurize the board will pressurize the manager, or they will do the business. So I just thought, for me, I just think if we went for the owner, all of these little things would fall in place. That's why I say the fans and the owner are the biggest problems. If we as a fan base can unite, get onto the owner, these problems are theirs to fix. It's not ours to fix. I'm not here to tell them who's next after Arteta or if they should have signed Arteta. They need to be making those decisions with their chest for their job, for their reputation, for their brand, for their club, for their business. It's not us. Why am I flipping again anyway? Where's that guy with that funny name again? Well, thank you, I am King, for the super chat. I saw another one here. Let me not miss it quickly. Tom says Mertesacker will be next manager. Tom, it's funny because I said that to a friend the other day. So snap on that one. You said it first online, and here I am. I'm backing you up on that. I can actually see that happening. Daniel Browning feels like just like yesterday I cried when we lost it. Don't tell me about that. I watched that in Rowan's in Finsbury Park. Mate, what a sad night. Look at where we are now. Especially depressing when we know the board stays no matter what. 100%. Completely understand. Code 12, big up Turkish. Watching you during online school. Do you do less rants than you did before? Because now you're more used to it and know the real problem. I think the rants were... I still flip, but you know, when you spend your time, energy, money going to games, it's a different feeling when you're let down live and direct. Obviously, I'm going to be a lot more angry. I've just spent money. I could have saved a couple hours and spent it with loved ones, friends, enjoyed. So sometimes that adds to the harshness after a game, or the aggression after the game. So it's not something that I've toned down on purpose or planned on toning down. It is what it is. And a lot of people have mentioned that I'm, not as angry as I used to be, but it's because I'm more numb to it now. Turkish is always speaking nothing but facts. I've heard this too. I'm not sure if it's true, but I wouldn't be surprised. Would you? Now, Arsenal, Turkish, do you think Balogun's contract had something to do with him not being on the bench Sunday? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. If it did, then he probably wouldn't have played in the Europa League too. Big up Turkish, just seen Arteta's conference. I'm starting to feel like he's saying the same thing and dodging questions. It's becoming that way, I can't lie. And it's sad to see, because he's just inviting the pressure onto himself and making my ambition to direct pressure towards the board a lot harder. How do we put pressure on Kroenke? Various ways we can do it, but it needs to be right, and just keep tuned. Something will be happening soon. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. So keep tuned. I can't tell you for fact what will work, but I can tell you for a fact it's better we try than not to try. That's the sort of person I am, and that's the sort of people we need to be. Turkish the GOAT, says Cash. Edu the fraud. Can't disagree there. In it, travel to Anfield for a 12:30 kickoff and get slapped. You're going to be pissed off. I've been there many. Trust me. So it's different, effing and blinding, and you got that long 4-hour drive back. It's like, fuck these players. And then they don't come out and clap, or they don't perform, or they throw their captain's band, their shirt, they kick a chewing gum, they kick a bottle, all while they're getting the best treatment money can buy, and we're just driving up and down the country watching a bag of shit week on week. We should get this past 1,000 likes. We are not even on it. Get the likes up, people. Yeah, come on, man. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. His best scoring was 9 goals. He was consistently average. Who was that? Willian. I assume you're talking to someone about Willian, because it sounds about right. It's better to have tried and failed than to not have tried at all. Trust me, I agree with that 100%. 100%. Because if it doesn't work, I can look back and say, listen, I tried, and that's nothing about ego. That's all about love. You've got to try. Terry, this is from Wenger and Ivan. It's impossible to fix in the time we've had. Realistically, Arteta and Edu only had since Raul. Let's see what they do. And you're right. And it's not good to chop and change either. But I would have preferred Edu didn't release that statement yesterday, then release it, because who is doing the checks at Arsenal Football Club to think it's all right to say, if you don't rate Willian, you don't know football? That sounds like someone at work would say as bants, when you're debating about a player. It doesn't sound like a professional coming out who's working for the club and directing the club. If you don't like Willian, you don't know football. It's such a childish and petty thing to say, when it comes down to a lot more than not liking Willian. The frustration about Willian is 3-year contract, age, and now you're telling us time, when at the beginning you told us he doesn't need time. It's not about not rating him, full stop. So things like that damage your reputation, Terry. And you're right, they've only had since Raul, and only, let's say, a year or so. But they need to not invite pressure by either chatting shit, lying, misleading us, and telling us things that's evidently not true, But thank you for the super chat, Terry. I do appreciate you've been active today. And I haven't actually seen you on my channel before. So obviously, thank you for tuning in. If you're just new to the channel, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe too. I'm trying to bring out regular content, and yeah, hopefully I'll continue with it. What's my lineup tomorrow? You're intrigued now, Arsenal. Tune in tomorrow midday. I'll do my... Wait, what time's that game tomorrow? 6 p.m. Should I do my preview tonight then? I'll do my preview tonight. I'll do a late one tonight, maybe 11:30 preview. I'll get the Americans and the Australians and the other side of the world in, the other time zones in tonight. So now Arsenal tune in tonight about 11:30, let's say. And I'll go through lineup prediction and all that for the Southampton game. I'm going to watch Arteta's interview again and take more notes on it. This one's mainly been about Edu. Turkish, we never hear anything about Tim Lewis, the lawyer on the board, because we don't hear anything about him because he's probably just falling in line like the rest of them. If they're saying no to O'Leary and they're letting Tim Lewis on board, then I'm sure that he's been more receptive to falling in line. That's just how I see it, you know. Come on, G. Terry, again, I watched for a while, but not really one for getting involved, my dude. I like what you say 80% of the time. It's similar to my views. Okay, Terry, I appreciate that. No, that's fair enough. You know, that's fair enough. I'm someone like that too. If I watch YouTube videos, it's not often I do take part unless it's something I really care about. And it's evident today that this is something you care about. And I actually appreciate that because there's a lot of nonsense even I talk about week in, week out. And by nonsense, I mean like lineups, player ratings, all of that stuff. Essentially, I don't care. Because I'm not happy with any lineup and I'm not happy with any player to rate them after a game. What I do agree with is a lot of what you said and coming out to speak when it really matters. Like today's subject, for example, is what it's all about. You know, people can come out and speak about whether Bellerin or Maitland-Niles should start. It's not even close to being one of the main issues at this club. Xhaka or El Nene or Ceballos, like it doesn't matter who really starts, you know. But these are the things we discuss week in, week out. These are the conversations today. Edu, Vinay, the board, planning, direction, Kroenke. These are the ones that matter at the moment. So, sorry, I'm going off on one, Terry, but like I said, I appreciate your input today, and it's nice to hear that you do watch often. Where are we? Turkish, what do you think of signing Ben Rama? He will. West Ham have signed him, innit? So, well, not signed him, but they're gonna sign him. It looks like he's started off well there. John Wren says, I disagree, Turkish. What we wanted was a footballing man as our director. We can't want him to be more professional, political when describing players. Fair enough, but it's not professional or political I'm looking for. It's more not condescending. You know, like I said, the issue was not about not rating Willian. And if you don't rate Willian, you don't know football. The issue is you gave him a 3-year contract at 32. You told us he's going to make an immediate impact. Now you're telling us he needs time. It's these things. He's never scored more than 9 league goals. He's never been the main man at Chelsea. It's all of these things that piss me off. And he wants to answer it in what I would call a childish way and say what he said. I'm not after a political or professional one. I like the fact he's a football man, or he's meant to be a football man, you know. But we are the fans that not made you, but we are the fans that helped build your reputation at the club. You know, obviously he was part of a great team, but at the same time, you know, we have emotional bonds to a lot of those players. And when we were linked to Edu, yeah, it's a benefit of the doubt. You'd want an ex-player in the club, but you want that ex-player to be not necessarily more on your side as a fan, but at least impartial, a bit more 50-50. That's all I ask for. But thank you for your thoughts. Me, myself, and I. Ownership and the board are a massive fraud. Our fan base is deluded. A novice, biased manager and a championship squad. Oh, God. Oh, God. Big up Turkish. Lineup tomorrow will decide if Arteta is in or out. Lineup or result? Hassan Hutel in. I'm hearing a lot of Hassan Hutels. Like, I understand it, but I do believe he is another man that won't be given the time from fans. But we'll see. We'll see. Willian is bagging average and Edu is smoking fumes to suggest otherwise. I am king back again. What if we find the Twitter and Instagram for Kroenke Sports and flood it with AFC Kroenke out and tag that night? In all honesty, I know a lot of this online stuff won't affect. I don't see Stan caring much about tweets and stuff like that. That's why it's so difficult, you know. But that might work when everything is happening. So if there's like this happening petition wise, that happening banner and game fan base wise, and then you have the online world, the hashtag, the pressure, then if that was all working together, it would have a lot more substance. But doing that alone, Kroenke doesn't care about no tweets and all that. Probably doesn't even open up his own Twitter accounts. Got someone in charge of that. Of course, Mark Overmars would be the one. I should be. Obviously, I'll be live with rants later too. But it is what it is. We're an hour in. I don't think I've missed anything in particular. I've tried to get through as many questions as possible. Appreciate every question. Appreciate every thought. Appreciate every donation, view. Hit the like button. I even appreciate that guy making me smile about halfway through this video, making me say some madness. I'm expecting to see it online real soon, for fuck's sake. But it is what it is. We move. Thank you, people. Hit the like button on your way out. I'll be back later with rants at 6 o'clock. And I'll be back tonight, 11:30, for the Southampton preview, lineup prediction, all of that. Thank you very much. It's not you that should appreciate me. It's me that should appreciate you guys. I'm going to be honest with that. So thank you very much. And let's keep it moving. Let me just get this Jaden one in as well. Turkish, this is one example of how we've stopped a decade and a half ago when we were invincibles. Every London club feared us and had minuscule chance of beating us. Look at us now. Indeed. Martin, I didn't see you here. All chat, apologies. I know you're usually active in here, so I probably missed your comments, but love for being here. Swear Danny blocked you. I'll try to get you unblocked. But what you been doing to him? Trolling him. Come on, people. I'm out. Yeah, I've seen that. Like I said, things are going to happen. Keep tuned. People, I'll see you tonight. 11:30.